Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence got his man there complete to Gallup.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Break. You jet bombers. You jet bombers.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On third down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again.
Micah Parsons.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 54.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles are back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
A good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
On the ready. Hey,
Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them, because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott flushed out right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 4.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Third and long for Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the
touchdown, Cowboys!
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Play action now. Prescott steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
46.
On play action, Prescott, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Micah Parsons
In there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not. That 10-point lead. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Lawrence.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 37.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Let's go! Get set!
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Watkins here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Dak. Touchdown, Eagles. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Hey, look it up. Hey, hold it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
Here's Jackson.
Let's go.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed